Welcome to Beautiful Morning in Main Street, Wellston.
You're correct. On this Friday morning, thank all of you for joining us each and every Friday morning. At 8:30, we try to let you know what's happening in Rutherford. Is that right? It is a beautiful day. It's always a beautiful day, even the rain in Rutherford. So come and be with us each and every day.
It's
Yes,
my
sir.
turn now.
Okay, it's your turn.
I got something to show y'all. It's something wonderful.
You got to hurry.
Some glasses. And some cookies.
Okay, that's very exciting.
Hey, Jackson.
Yes.
Jackson. So we're gonna start something today on Brewtiful Mornings, right? So we asked a question to all of our viewers, and they're answering it. Even your Gigi answered it. What's got you excited about Rutherfordton this morning?
What are you excited about? I know you've got something coming up next week.
Yeah, and
tell everybody.
I think it's because that I ate too much breakfast this morning.
Or was it too much ice cream yesterday at Scoops?
Okay. See, we went to a ribbon cutting yesterday at Scoops. That's one of your favorite places, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
And we went down there ribbon. I know you weren't able to go, but maybe we can go down there soon. But tell them what you're excited about next week. What's happening next week?
I'm going to graduate, which is not, how am I not surprised?
Oh, you're not surprised about it because it is going to happen. You're having a graduation on Tuesday. Uh-oh. We're dealing with props now, so, okay. But you're excited about the graduation, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Anything else you were excited about?
A couple days ago, I went to, what's the name of it?
What was it? Well, you had a ball game this week.
Yeah, wherever I went, I got some gloves, some hitting gloves.
Hitting gloves?
And a new, catching glove for next year.
Okay. Well,
and it's just like Daddy's.
Oh, it's just like your dad. Well, that's pretty exciting. So, okay. Anything else in your? Oh, about the duck race. Tell them about the duck race. That was a nice fun last week.
That was last year.
Well, we did last year, but we did last week too. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of people, a lot of stuff happening, as you will find out in Rutherford, and we're always glad to be a part of it. Thanks to Doug and Magnolia for getting us on the right track this morning. Anything else you got to say before we go to school? Is that it? Okay. Are you saving up on your jokes?
I'm done with my jokes.
Oh, you are? Okay. Well, we'll wait till you come up with another one.
And car keys again.
Yeah, you again, the car keys, get them out of the way. And anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
Some more glasses.
I got the glasses out of the way. We'll move them out of the way. But thanks again for everybody and join us each Friday morning. Jackson and I are excited about the weekend. A lot of things happening this week, and we're going to talk to you about what's going on, and we'll go from there. I can't think of anything else, Magnolia, so we'll turn it over to you.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, I'm not sure where Doug went, so this will be a fun ride this morning.
Anything else you want to say?
Yes.
No, just don't get that stuff anymore. No, we're through with that stuff. Anything
well, Jackson, I hope you have a good day at school today.
All right.
You'll have a good day, won't you? It's a beautiful day outside, and you'll have a lot of fun, won't you? Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will, I'm sure. But
I already got 15 other bruises, so I won't recognize the other one.
Okay. You've already got bruises. You won't miss getting another one?
Yes.
Well, you'll probably get a bruise today. You play hard, don't you?
No, I play like Keely and my friend Presley. That's not my friend. She pushes me down every time.
Well, okay, that's happens. Okay, wave goodbye. Tell everybody have a nice weekend. Tell them
bye, Mayor. Bye, Jackson.
See ya.
One more thing.
was just keeping everybody on their toes this morning. I guess I'm having some internet trouble. I don't know what's up with my internet connection this morning, but it's maybe it didn't have its coffee. Maybe it switched coffee. Maybe it's on decaf. I don't know.
Doug is playing hide and seek.
Yeah, I felt bad on that one. All right, so.
Oh Lord, Doug, you broke out again.
Yeah. What's on this morning? All right, tell you what, Magnolia, we can make this work.
I guess he's coming in my office now. Sorry, everyone, for the internet issues.
Hey, when in doubt, let's get the studio back together, right?
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, we're good to go. Good morning, everybody. Why not, right? Oh, we've got a lot going on. So I dropped a question in there earlier. Hey, what's got you excited in Rutherton? So drop your comments about what's got you excited. I'm excited. We're wrapping up National Police Week. And so we've done a lot of stuff this week with our police, trying to honor them. And
we've had a couple of people come and bring goodies.
Bring snacks. Gosh, it's been a fun week, just kind of celebrating our police and thanking them for what they do in our community. And then next week we transition over to National Public Works Week and kind of get to thank the crew down at Public Works for everything they do to keep our community moving behind the scenes. You know, they kind of get all the thankless jobs at Public Works. Absolutely. And so that's going to be fun. This week they've been busy up at 2nd Street Park, you know, doing their normal things as far as grass cutting and trash pickup and street maintenance and all that stuff. But they also are getting us ready for next week as well with Memorial Day coming up next weekend. And so the new Memorial Day banners have been put up on Main Street, and it looks really good. You know, all of the veterans that have been highlighted, all the branches of service. So
we need to take pictures and post them on social media and whatnot.
Yeah, all the whatnot stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you got going on today?
What do I have going on today?
Right? That's like a loaded question.
There's so much going on today.
Loaded question. All right. If you have not signed up and read the Rutherton Sun, you are missing out. But we're not going to go over the whole thing, but we do have a couple of things that we want to make sure you are tuned into. First and foremost, we're hiring at Public Works. So if you know somebody that loves, you know, kind of getting their hands dirty, maybe they're into lawn maintenance, maybe they're into construction, carpentry, electrical, you know, just facilities maintenance things. We have got an amazing team down at Public Works, and they're looking for some help down there. And so we've got an opening, and we'd love to see about finding a candidate to fill that position. Check out our website for more information. It's on our Facebook for more information on that. And then the fire department is looking for a few good folks too, and not necessarily to 100% volunteer, but maybe you've got a teenager that's in the house that's looking for something to do this summer, and you want to light a little fire under them to get them going, right? Give them a little spark in the right direction. This is the 2nd annual Spark Camp, right? Mm-hmm. Did you get a chance to participate last year at all?
I went and took some pictures. So it's basically like a mini fire academy for juniors to get involved and to kind of learn. So I know the fire department's like really eager about starting their junior program back up. So I dropped a link in the chat that goes to the interest form. This doesn't guarantee registration, but we're just trying to get a bunch of people interested in it. But really they get to do, I went over on the extrication day, and that was so much fun. So these juniors got to cut a car up with all of our hydraulic equipment and everything like that. So that was really cool to watch.
Yeah. And I know like last year they did a day where the helicopter came in from Regional 1. They
got to see the county's, what is it? The
Bearcat.
Yeah,
the
Bearcat,
sheriff's office brought their Bearcat over one day. They got to work with Rutherton Police Department one day. They did a day with EMS where EMS came over and they did some, you know, patient stuff, you know, all kind of behind the scenes. Nobody was really injured. So yeah, it's just a fun day or fun week, really. August July 31st through August the 3rd will be the camps. They run from 8:30 to 3 every day over, and the pickups and drop-offs at the main station, Station 1 on Mitchell Street. But yeah, get signed up for that. Last year, I want to say they had like eight participants, and of those 8, I believe 5 of them have stayed on as juniors in our junior program at the fire department and kind of still been engaged with the fire department. So like I said, maybe your youth are looking just for a creative outlet for the summer. It's a great way for them to kind of get their hands in, not necessarily just fire, but fire, EMS, public safety, law enforcement. They go over to the 911 communications center and see how things are dispatched. They go to emergency management and look through some of the things that they do. So just a fun week for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus you get a cool t-shirt.
Oh, you get t-shirts.
I heard you get a cool t-shirt.
That's awesome. Do it for the t-shirt.
I kind of wish I could do it. Even though I'm a fireman, I wish I could go,
Well, I mean, it's really cool because it really does break it down into really like the fire academy, but they take it one step further and include like the sheriff's office, our police department, and it's really just expansive. So it's really exciting for them to do it again this year.
All right, Magnolia, like for the last 2 years, we've been saying we're going to take our cars to Cars and Coffee, and you recently got another vehicle. Like, are you going to get that thing cleaned up and take it to Cars and Coffee?
I can't do it this weekend. I have great strides.
Oh, yeah. So tomorrow's a Cars and Coffee day. Check them out on Central Street starting at, I believe, 8 a.m. Follow the signs. They'll have signs on North Washington, signs on North Main directing you over to Central Street. I believe they even have signs at North Main and 2nd, trying to lead you into the backside of Central Street. They continue to grow that. 8 a.m. to 11, they'll have door prizes, plenty of coffee between the 2 coffee shops downtown. And it's not necessarily just a car show. I've been talking to people about it that have been interested now that's kind of gaining some traction. It's really just all types of automobiles, motorcycles, trucks, anything that has an engine, doesn't have to be a motor, an engine and some wheels, bring it up to Cars and Coffee and show it off. So it's really growing and kind of transforming into more than just, a couple of Corvettes on Central Street. Just kind of seeing all the different types of vehicles has been fun to watch.
I don't know why my mind instantly went to like bringing a tiller to Central Street.
A what?
A tiller.
You're going to go get a tiller?
I mean, I have a tiller, but I instantly.
Oh, you're talking about like a garden tiller.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like a fire truck tiller.
I mean, we can do those too.
Now, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. All right. Switching gears. If you own a business, if you run a business, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are thinking about running a business, if you have always dreamed about running a business and don't know where to start, anything in that category, and you call Rutherford home, we want to see you next Tuesday, the 23rd, at our business after hours over at Night Owl Ironworks. Come join Rutherford Town Rising. And we want to give a big thanks to our host at Night Owl Ironworks. Come down. We'll have a very short program just talking about kind of what's going on in town. Magnolia is going to talk about the social district, give some updates about what that means, the process moving forward for implementation for the social district this summer. We'll talk about just some brief updates of business activity in town. And then it's really just a time for us to network together from the government, from the town, from RTR, the nonprofits, and really just for businesses to get to know each other and create that network of strength where we all rise together. And so definitely want to see you out. It starts at 5:00 and goes to 6:30, but we'll stay there as long as you need us to. But come out, bring some business cards. If you don't have business cards, hop on the internet. You can get some before next Tuesday, I promise. If you can't find them on the internet, get some sticky notes and just write your name down where people know who you are. Get the little thing where it's got the QR code on your phone and you can just walk around QR coding folks. Find a way to connect. It's going to be a fun time just to network and be with other like-minded people.
And I think you missed one of the biggest, most exciting things about business after hours. that Maples on Main is actually going to bring some things to snack on from their menu down to business after hours. So it's going to be a wonderful time. Please come out. And if you haven't met Rebecca, our Main Street director, she'll be there too. So it's just going to be a great time to connect with the business it'll
be a fun little evening, and you can learn more about RTR. You can learn about how you can get involved in helping rise the business community here in Rutherfordton. We'll also be talking about the next business after hours. So the next one's going to be even more fun. You're going to want to stay tuned in, and the best way to find out is to show up next Tuesday.
Yes,
absolutely.
Now
we'll publicize it, but the best way to find out and be in the know first is next Tuesday. All right. What else, Magnolia? It's been a fun little ride here in May with Mac and Go open, Scoops opening. We got Maples on Main opening at the end of the month.
Yeah, so I know Kevin dropped his question in there. Are they open yet? They're not quite open, but they are going to have their grand opening on Saturday, May 27th at 9 a.m. So I know that Alex and Dan are going all out for their grand opening. They're going to have red carpets. They're going to have their menu open at 10 after the meeting. So it's just going to be wonderful. I'm so excited for them. They shared their menu with us at the RTR meeting last night, and I got hungry just thinking about it. So
yeah. Have you been in there, by the way?
I not last week, but the week before I went in there, and it's vibe, beautiful. Yeah.
They have created a vibe.
Yeah.
That just screams, let's go there and hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eat a lot of good food.
Yeah. All right. Next week's a big week too, because it's graduation week. So ICC had their graduations last week. Reach had their graduations last week. But RS Central's got their graduation coming up this next week. Oh, it's so exciting. And even more exciting, if you haven't found or read the new edition of Reaching Roco, you need to go find it. You need to just drop everything you're doing. Go get the new edition of Reaching Roco. If you can't find it, just go over to Norris Library. They've got a copy in the periodicals. You can come to my office, read my copy, whatever you need to do, but get your hands on the latest edition of Reaching Roco. If you are still under the mindset that there's nothing to do for youth in our community, you are sadly mistaken. This is just the events calendar for May, June, and July. So much to do, so many different community resources listed here. So not just kind of highlighting some of the things that are going on for diversity, inclusion, just education and outreach, but all of the programs and activities for youth in our community. So get your hands on the graduation edition that just dropped. I think it just dropped this week. And RJ's on, but I'm pretty sure that most all of the graduates from the schools are going to be getting a copy of this edition. So parents, if you're watching, grandparents, if you're watching, say, hey, when you finish your edition of Reaching Roco, I'd like to read it.
That's so exciting. I wish I had something like that whenever I graduated.
You want one?
Oh, wow. Look at that. Thank you. But really, RJ, y'all do such an amazing job. And I know they have an amazing team over there, and they recruit students to come work on this as well. So it's absolutely gorgeous. Definitely come by and read it if you haven't already.
Yeah. Big week.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of things for those that are tuned in. One, we've got our budget public hearing coming up on June the 7th. If you've got questions about the budget, please let us know. All the presentations have been listed online. I'd like to do a little social media post next week, just kind of outlining some highlights of our budget as well. Major tax rate decrease to account for the revaluation process that's there. And the most exciting thing, I think, for me, when I asked that question this morning, what's got you excited? I think the most exciting thing for me is that we are putting together a capital facilities reserve fund for us to tackle some of our bigger construction projects around how we look at providing facilities that provide what our community wants and needs, gathering places for our youth to come together, a top quality police department for our public safety. And so setting aside the funds to craft that vision and then put that vision into action for our community. I'm so excited about that. I think it just shows an investment of where we are as a community and where we want to be where we want to be. So again, really, really excited about that part of our budget this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the county, Rutherford County, they've got their budget public hearing coming up on June the 2nd. And I would just encourage you that if you've not looked at kind of their proposals and what that impact would be on the county side of operations, specifically in education, please stay tuned into those kind of things. Tune into the Daily Courier, look at the county's website. But there are some major impacts being discussed at the county level about education, and everybody should be kind of aware of what those effects would be to our youth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all of our youth.
June 2nd's a big day too.
Oh, I said June 2nd on the public hearing for the county budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Oh.
actually not. It's actually June the 4th, I think. It's
Okay.
the Monday before the town's 4th or 5th.
I was about to be like,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
that's a big
I'm giving out
happening for a
wrong
Friday
dates
night.
here. I got June 2nd on my mind. Magnolia knows why. It's actually June the 5th. The public hearing for the county budget is actually June the 5th. June the 2nd, Magnolia and I have been working on housing initiatives in Rutherford for quite some time now. Matter of fact, the day that Magnolia came on board, I think some of the first things that you and I talked about were housing initiatives.
Mhm.
And so your whole tenure here has really been about some of the housing work, especially the redevelopment commission and a lot of the work we're doing around housing. It's been a passion of mine as well. And really what we have done is kind of split off some duties around housing because it's such a large animal. And the work that both of us are doing is going to be highlighted on June the 2nd. So we've been asked to be part of a tour that the Dogwood Foundation is putting together, and it has exponentially grown from some of the partners that we've been able to work with to partners at the state level and partners at the federal level who are in tune about the work that's going on here in Rutherfordton for housing. So June the 2nd is going to be a big day. We're going to have a lot of dignitaries in town, a lot of folks kind of looking at what's going on here as really a model for other small towns across the United States to tap into those partnerships, to tap into those resources with limited staffing. and make something happen in their community. And so we are extremely excited about hosting that on June the 2nd and seeing where that blossoms into.
I still am having a hard time just processing through that because it's getting a lot of what we're doing in Rutherfordton is getting a lot of recognition that I don't think I haven't ever dreamed that we would be able to accomplish. So
no, and it never, I mean, we never set out for
recognition.
That wasn't the case. It was to bring people home and
yes.
give people a quality place to live. And that's still the goal. I'm glad that people are recognizing what we're doing, but that's still the ultimate goal. You know, even we were talking yesterday about some real estate signs as we transition some lots back into the market for affordable housing. Instead of like for sale, welcome home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the goal is welcome back to Rutherford, welcome home.
Yeah.
And so it's fun.
It's wonderful. And June 2nd is Amy's birthday, so definitely celebrate with her by visiting Scoops.
Amy, are you guys dropping a new flavor on June the 2nd?
They have birthday cake ice cream, don't they?
That's so passe for Amy's birthday. You can't have birthday cake ice cream on your birthday when you're the ice cream lady. I knew it. I knew she was up to no good. Oh, I knew it. I knew she was going to drop something
so
special.
Excited. And then they also had their grand opening yesterday, so it was unfortunately you weren't able to be there to celebrate.
I had told Amy, that I was unfortunately pulled in another direction with town responsibilities, but I'm so excited that Scoop's in their new location, and just heard so much community fanfare around Scoops and around how fun it is that it's right in town. And Amy was kind of sharing just how well it's been received by the community. And so I really hate that I wasn't there for the ribbon cutting, but don't get me wrong. I am so excited that they're downtown.
And I have to say, ranch flavored ice cream. I don't think I could do that.
That pushed the envelope just a little too far.
But I do have to brag on the downtown business community of Rutherford 10, because we had other business owners come in and celebrate with Amy alongside of her whenever or with Chris and Amy, not just Amy. But it was wonderful just to have those like warm and fuzzies just from other business owners coming and supporting another fellow business owner. So really, like, just like Rutherford, or Doug said about Rutherford Town Rising earlier, like, we are all here to build and rise our community here.
Yeah. All right, Magnolia, what else? I mean, I don't know what else we could drop, but that's a lot right there.
That is a lot right there.
Stay tuned to our social media next week. Fingers crossed that our new mural will be going up next week on North Washington Street. So stay tuned to social media. Once we know exactly when that's going to drop, we'll drop all the information on social media, so you can come take your first person to take a selfie and tag us. We'll drop all that in social media, but we've got something fun. We've got a fun little giveaway for the new mural. First, how about most creative? First, most creative selfie, and then we'll bring a couple of pictures on Brewtiful Mornings and let our Brewtiful Mornings team vote on it.
I like it.
For selfies in front of the new mural. Looks like you got something going on with HopeWorks there.
Yeah, and John just dropped a comment in here, so that it's just perfect timing. He dropped this flyer off for me earlier, but they have a whole slew of summer events, like Disney Vibe Night. Like, that's going to be so much fun. So if you aren't following HopeWorks already on Facebook and Instagram, definitely follow them, and you'll get plugged into all of these amazing things that are going on over the summer.
Fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Fun times. And then I know it's got to be getting pretty close too for summer reading. So summer reading is going to be kicking off pretty soon. Stop by Norris Public Library for more information on summer reading. Go ahead and get your youth signed up for summer reading. Talk to Reagan or Sarah or Cindy about summer reading programs, but they have got a whole slew. Have you seen their summer reading calendar?
I'm so excited for them. And it's all about building community. So it's it's awesome.
And we have some bilingual help for this summer. So if you've got anybody that speaks Spanish that's looking for an outlet for their youth, we've got some bilingual staff this summer that's going to be helping with programs. So a lot of good stuff happening right across the street.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So many great things happening in Rutherford.
All right, and then remember last week we dropped the news to you guys, July the 14th, Friday, July the 14th. There'll be no Brewtiful Mornings, but we need you to get ready and come out to Main Street Park.
With your big signs
and
everything.
Big signs and everything. We want it to be just like a Good Morning America. We're going to be live with Christine Scarpelli and Fred from WSPA and all of the anchors for the WSPA morning show, including the weather folks. They're bringing the whole studio from Greenville right to downtown Rutherford. They're going to produce the whole broadcast that Friday morning from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. And so we want you to be there, be a part of it. I know maybe you can't be there all morning. Maples on Main has said that they'll be open with snacks and goodies and coffee to keep you going. So that's going to be right around the corner. But yeah, we want you to be a part of that. Come on out and have some fanfare, get on TV. And we're also going to be highlighting some businesses and activities throughout the community. More information on that to come. But come join us for what would have been Brewtiful Mornings, but join us live in the park, because I think they're not going to have Magnolia and I the whole time. We're going to be in the background cheesing just like you guys. So come talk to us, come hang out with us.
Absolutely. And Sam asked about the ice cream truck for the morning show. Sam, I think you should just drive by.
Yes, we want the ice cream truck for the morning show.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be a fun time. I'm not looking too forward to being up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I think it's going to be an amazing opportunity.
Yeah. I'll tell them myself. So, Christine's come to Rutherford a few times, and it's been a couple of years since we've done an early broadcast. But I'm thinking back, this probably would have been like 2016 or 2017. And she was coming up. We were doing a broadcast to highlight Hilltop Fall Festival. And of course, she comes at 5 a.m. She really gets here at like 4:30. So she wanted the mayor and I to be there, ready to go right before 5 o'clock for the first broadcast. Because, that's the hardest one to fill. Nobody wants to volunteer for the 5 o'clock broadcast. And then as it gets later in the day, you get more volunteers. So the mayor and I said, all right, we'll be there at 5 a.m. Yeah, I got there at 5 a.m. getting dressed in the road at 5 a.m. in front of the courthouse. A little bit oversleeping. I lacked coffee until Main Street Coffee and Ice Cream was opening at around 7, but we all still laugh. We all still laugh about that day. Made it to be on the air, but by the skin of my teeth on that one. We'll make sure that doesn't happen in July.
We'll set a lot of alarms.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
And speaking of that, Christine was here last week. She was here last week because Kid Census was able to get another grant from Duke Energy Foundation. And so the Fantastic Fridays are still a thing at Kid Census. So lined up with the Fab festivals. So Fab is the first Friday of every month in downtown Rutherfordton. So you got a couple weeks before the next Fab, which will be in early June, and we'll find the date because I know they advertised in here. So, and there's things for you to do. So thanks RJ and the Reaching Roco team for putting that together. But on the first Fridays of every month, admission to the museum is totally free for anybody that walks in the door. So the next one is going to be on June the 2nd, free admission. July the 7th, free admission. August 4th, free admission. September 8th, free admission. All those are also Fab days. So bring the kids downtown, have some fun in the museum, stay for Fab, have some great fun, have some art, have some good food. And
that's
thank
awesome.
you, Duke Energy Foundation, for making that possible.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And hey, thanks for Reaching Roco for remembering the dates.
Oh.
All right. It's hard to believe it's Friday again. You know, I say that all the time,
know.
but these weeks just fly by.
This one went by so fast.
It really did. It really did. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Please share this with your friends. For those that maybe have never tuned in to Brewtiful Mornings, of course, we had some technical difficulties this morning, but I kind of like the studio. Yeah. I don't know. You should probably kick me out after this is over. But hey, share this with some friends. Share the good news about what's going on in Rutherfordton. Hey, last thing before we go. Did everybody see that the town got named the most peaceful community in North Carolina?
I can see that.
Yeah, we put it on social media. It was only in your state.
Yeah, I saw that.
And most peaceful community in North Carolina. And it was for a lot of the reasons that we're doing, like the sun, the investments downtown, the investments in our parks, our greenways, the kind of camaraderie of businesses in the community working together. So
I need to read that article.
Way to go, Rutherfordton. Way to go, Rutherfordton. Picked out of the over 400 plus municipalities in the state. So
that's crazy that there are that many.
Hey, it's because we're the Minted Original.
We are the Minted Original.
All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend.
Whenever lost, whenever down.